Hi Blessing, thank you for booking with me. I have actually already tried to film this video a couple of times, as well as some other videos. Oh, I'm sorry. As well as some other videos, but for some reason something always kept getting in the way. So I just felt like maybe it was in time, or you'll receive this video when you are ready. So I pick out a couple of crystals depending on like what I feel the energy of your chart, or just what you need to hear. Over here I have a couple of notes, by the way. So I did notice that you are a sun in Cap, moon in Pisces, Venus in Aquarius, but you are an air dominant. So I picked up this this is Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye. Now Tiger's Eye is the stone of courage and strength, but it also has really great grounding properties. I feel like maybe for you it might be hard to ground your ideas into reality, because air signs are such thinkers, and there's just a strong air dominance in your chart. I feel like you're also highly intuitive, so I got this crystal, which is amethyst. Amethyst is great for psychic protection as well as kind of dream recall. I feel like maybe you get a lot of info through your dreams, and maybe you don't know how to decipher them, or you can't recall them very well. So I definitely picked out this crystal for you. It's a great crystal for intuition, kind of get out of your head space and really trust your gut instinct and your intuition as well. Now, picked blue calcite because blue calcite is great for the nerves. I don't know if you suffer from anxiety or you just kind of are an overthinker. It's for clear communication and also for memory recall. So I feel like maybe your thoughts are all over the place at one given time, and it can be hard to kind of center yourself and find that voice that you're looking for. Now here I have little baby kyanite. Now kyanite is a crystal for past life recall. It's really, really great when it comes to recollecting that memory. I tend to meditate with this, sleep with it under my pillow. It could be a little intense when you sleep with it under your pillow, but I keep it around for when I'm doing past life readings, because it just kind of gives me that memory recall. But it's not going to give you like flat out visions unless you put it under your pillow. I might just receive a book, or I might receive an old lady, but like the actual bits and pieces, I kind of have to put it together myself. So with your Aqua and Venus, I feel like love is very detached for you, and when I see Venus signs like that, it always kind of points me to the direction that you either had to love people from afar in a past life, or you kind of chose to step away from love in general. I do have a couple of people that chose to not have solid relationships in a past life, but doesn't mean that they're not gonna have a solid relationship in the current life. I always compare this to the past life recalls to Avatar: The Last Airbender, because he does channel different lifetimes. He does channel different lifetimes for problems that he's currently having, and it's very much indicative of like the whole past life memory thing. So let's say that you had an issue with your mother or your father in a past life, and then they were not your mother and your father in that lifetime. They will automatically kind of reincarnate in your soul group to kind of clear out the karma. So that's that. So let me show you what deck I will be using today. I will be using the Past Life Oracle by Doreen Virtue and Brian Weiss. I don't feel like they make this deck anymore. It's really, really old. I got this one like 5 years ago maybe. But if you're interested in like in learning more about past lives, I would definitely look up Brian Weiss. He's kind of like the godfather of past life regression therapy. It's and just his journey is really interesting, really great, and that's how I kind of got to be right here. What else was I gonna say? Never mind, let's jump into the reading. So I like to ask what lifetime directly affects your current lifetime. So let's jump into it. What lifetime directly affects Blessing's current lifetime? What lifetime affects Blessing's current lifetime? What lifetime directly affects Blessing's current lifetime? Oh man, we got 2 lifetimes here. What lifetime direct? Oh Lord. Ma'am, amused but not surprised. I feel like this one's gonna be a spicy one. So let me see. Girl, you have 3 lifetimes here. Are you okay? This is gonna be a long video. Okay, so I'm gonna just hop into, I'm gonna show you the lifetimes little by little. I feel like you have a lot going on. So I have phobias, I have Egypt, I have the Greco-Roman era, I have transportation, I have karmic relationships, I have medicine woman, and I have trees. So I'm just gonna jump into this one because this one seems to be the core of where certain things have started. I am getting the number 3. I don't know if you are a life path 3, or is this an indication of that you need to be aligned more with your mind, body, and spirit, trying to connect them all. Because I feel like right now you might be either over emotional. That's where this blue cow side also comes in. You might be over emotional, or you might be scared about a certain situation and moving on from a certain situation. So I'm feeling like maybe you kind of need to recollect yourself, and that's why I'm getting the number 3 for you. Now, the Greco-Roman era, I have Greco-Roman, transportation, and karmic relationships. So I'm getting from the Greco-Roman era is that you were male in this lifetime. I'm seeing you maybe about 5'8", 5'9", and this is very much that that romanticized lifetime. And I feel like you have a very karmic relationship here. Your relationship with this person will not be easy. I feel like it took a lot for you to either leave this person in this lifetime, or kind of just detach yourself from the situation. I feel like you were more a harvester during this lifetime. I feel like you were either a merchant or somebody that worked directly with the land and with fruits and just planting. So if you're into gardening, or if you want to get into gardening, this is very much that lifetime. I feel like during this age you kind of lived to be about 30 or 40, but you chose to run from your problems. I'm getting transportation here. I feel like you kind of just packed up and you decided that this person was not for you, and you decided to leave after a very long period. I'm seeing a 6-year period that you were with this person. It could be in your current lifetime, or it's just in this lifetime. In this lifetime, it might be 6 months, it might be 6 years, or it might just be 6 years till you meet this person. But this is gonna be a heavy relationship for you. And it feels like I want to see how you kind of started out. I feel like, where's my tarot deck? I want to see who this person is. Who is blessings? Karmic. Who is blessings? Karmic. Yeah. Ooh. Some heavy cards, ma'am. So, this might be a fire sign or have very heavy fire sign placements. This person will be over arrogant. They will be either very ego driven and just kind of be a very me type person. I feel like this relationship in itself is going to be very judgmental, and it's going to ask you to kind of tap into that Venus in Aquarius, detach yourself. It feels like this is going to be a relationship that's going to call for inner strength. There's going to be a lot of criticism from both of you, from both sides of this relationship, and it's going to be very manipulative. I feel like there's a lot that you guys are going to keep from each other, and this is kind of mirroring this lifetime. I feel like, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. You're kind of a womanizer. I feel like you were very popular with the ladies back in this time period. Not only because you kind of stood your ground and you had built this wealth for yourself, I feel like you were very successful in this, like, I don't want to call it fruit, but it feels very vendory. It feels like a merchant. It feels like if you were to get into something that involved you working for yourself or something that you really loved, you would be very successful in, because you kind of have that spirit. You're carrying it around. this male, I feel like you might have already dreamt of being this male, or you might have dreamt of this era. And this is just a kind of reminder to look for that inner strength that you have, to tap into this this person. I feel like it took a lot for him to leave the relationship and start over. I feel like it took a lot for him to kind of just leave this person. It felt like, in a sense, he felt like he was betraying himself. Like he wasn't really being true to himself when he decided that this person was for him. He does start a new life somewhere else in Rome. This kind of feels like, it feels like the capital of Rome, but he definitely goes somewhere else and he starts a new life with somebody else. You do have children in this lifetime. You have 2 boys. They will be water signs. So if you have kids or will have kids, they will be heavily, or think of adopting kids, they will be, let's see. They will be either a water sign or, let me see, I'm trying to get that other sign of the other child that I'm seeing here, or an air sign. They could also be a Leo, because I'm getting, if you are, let me see, you're not Leo. I forget what I say in the beginning, but I feel like it's also a reminder to trust your inner strength. But if you do end up having children, they will be heavy on the water and the air placements. I feel like these souls haven't reincarnated yet, but they will eventually. And I would say just be prepared for that. So be careful. I feel like these souls are ready to kind of just jump in if you're not already pregnant. But I feel like they're very, very close to you. You might have already dreamt of being pregnant with either a boy or a girl or both. But this is also indicative of this new venture that I feel like you will pursue or are going to try to pursue in the near future. This man did end up with somebody. I want to see who this is. I feel like the relationship in this lifetime was very abusive, and I feel like he had to kind of like, leave everything behind and start somewhere new. There was like a feeling of change, like drastic change. Oh, what the heck? There's a feeling of drastic change when he decided that he had enough. And I feel like maybe that's the point in your life that you are right now. You might have just had enough and are deciding to move into a new place in your life. Okay, so sorry, these are my notes and I kind of just keep them around. But for your partner, I feel like if you aren't dating somebody, or you are dating somebody, there will be very heavy fire placements. This feels like somebody that you knew or will know that you meet with when you're dealing with friends. If you aren't dating somebody, it definitely feels like it's somebody that there's like a celebration going on. I feel like you know them though. Just this card, the 3 of Cups, feels to me like this is an old friend coming back, and it's like you will open yourself to receiving this. I feel like it's gonna be at a time in your life when you are more financially stable, when you're more stable in yourself as well. And I feel like you're gonna be transitioning. This is gonna be one big transition for you. Let me get into those other 2 lifetimes. Egypt and phobias, my love. I can probably take 2 birds out with 1 stone. So you have Egypt and phobias, and you have medicine woman and trees. So like I said, you have kind of always had this attraction to earth. I felt it over here when you were in that Greco-Roman period, but you were also here as a medicine woman. I feel like during this lifetime you were also a man, but in Egypt you were a woman. During this, I feel like this was kind of a life more of solitude for you. When you became a medicine woman, it feels like you are kind of in, this feels like I'm trying to pinpoint it because all I get is maps. This feels kind of like India. It feels like you're living in a small village in India. You are probably like 5 hours from the city, but people come to see you. People come to be healed by you. I see that you're very knowledgeable on herbs and kind of working with what you have, because this village is kind of scarce. There's a lot of children here, and again, these two children that are coming in really strong are also here. They are not directly related to you, but they will either be your children in this lifetime, or they will be a niece and nephew that you're going to be very, very close to and attached to. I feel like you need to connect with this woman. This man is kind of calling you. I feel like there's a need for you to self-heal yourself, or to kind of open yourself to healing that you can provide yourself. And I feel like herbal work or just spending time in the land will provide that for you. Even if it's just you taking a walk, going into the mountains for a little bit, going out to nature to connect and ground yourself. I feel like that's going to do you a lot of good. Now, this feels like a very soft passing. It does not feel like you died, or that you have very soft passings in both of these lifetimes, except for Egypt. Egypt feels a little heavy. I always tell people that when they have lifetimes in Egypt, like, Egypt was crazy during this time. And so this person kind of passed peacefully. I feel like you did not choose to marry anybody because your work was so important for you. Anytime I see somebody say medicine man or medicine woman, and they've reincarnated again, they kind of tend to be very aloft to romance, because they kind of have that recognition that they were somebody that either made a vow of not marrying, or just overly dedicated themselves to their work. And you with a Cap Sun and a Venus and Aqua kind of just tells me that you kind of tend to over dedicate yourself to work, even though your emotions are very soft in that Pisces moon. You logically think, I need to work, and that comes from this lifetime. So please, if you are not into herbal work, spend some time in nature. But I feel like it's very much calling you, that this is very much something that you should look into for your self betterment, or for you to feel, there's a need for you to feel like you can grow and you can heal in like an external point. That nurturing aspect is here too. With Egypt, I have phobias. You're a woman in this lifetime and you were married. This is going to be that same karmic relationship that I saw over here, with either a fire sign or heavy fire sign placements. But you're married off very young. I'm seeing like 18, 19. So I don't know if that was like a particularly difficult year for you, but you were married very young. And there's a fear. I don't know if this is a fear of dying, or just a fear of being left alone. But there's definitely some like unconscious phobia for you. Let me see what it is. So, and I'm not sure what they're telling me. Ooh, fear of poverty, man. Fear of losing children. Fear of not having children. Jesus, man. Oof. And I'm also getting a fear of the dark. Were you ever particularly afraid of the dark when you were younger? Because I'm feeling like either fear of not having children, fear of not having enough finances, and also kind of a fear of the dark. I feel like you kind of got stuck in a temple here for maybe like 5 days. There's a period of isolation here that kind of kept you like in the dark. I feel like you're gonna go either through a very rough 5 months or a very rough 5 days. And it's gonna kind of trigger this like awakening for you, because you went through it in Egypt. I feel like this person that I'm seeing, this karmic relation that I'm seeing, this person locked you in here. It feels like they were just not a good person. I don't feel like this person is gonna be a good person in this lifetime either. They feel very scummy. Sorry, I hate saying that word, but they feel very scummy. They feel very scummy, and they feel like they just don't have the best interests for you. And in this lifetime, it was a way to control you. It was like they instilled this unconscious fear in you to kind of manipulate you. And I feel like for you, this was a very hard time, and you kind of lost yourself a little bit. I do see you kind of, I feel like your mind wandered. I don't want to say you went crazy, but I feel like your mind wandered after that, being locked in for 5 days in this temple. I don't know if you have an affinity for Egypt, or I feel like you were stuck in Anubis's temple. Anubis is like the god of the afterlife and the gatekeeper, but you were definitely stuck in there. I feel like there was like mummies in there and you were scared. But yeah, so if you have a fear of like dying, darkness, I'm feeling that fear very present here, as well as the fear of poverty and the fear of not having children. I feel like you decided not to have children in this lifetime because this man was not worth having children with. Though those 2 other spirits are still here, they feel older in this lifetime, so they could have just been immediate friends of yours. But yeah, I feel like you just did not want to have children with this person. You're gonna carry this person with you for a couple more lifetimes. They're gonna be a karmic relationship, like I said, and it's gonna be up to you. It's gonna be up to you to kind of see through this illusion and kind of see through this fear, and gain back your power. And I feel like maybe that's where you're at right now. You're trying to call back your power and trying to stand firm in your ground. Strength and courage and vitality, ma'am. Strength, courage, and vitality. This would be an awesome crystal for you to meditate on. I want to see what kind of like the lessons were for you for all your lifetimes. Oof. Releasing subconscious fears. Creating that stable boundary for yourself. Strength is here again. Ma'am, I'm telling you, these cards it's that inner strength. I feel like this is more inner strength, like recognizing your inner strength, recognizing that you have the power to change your own life, to give yourself that structure and stop living in your fears and your anxieties, as well as enjoying life for what it is. I know right now we're going through like some other worldly shit, but really enjoying life, every little moment of it, not really living in your anxieties and in your fears and in your phobias, but kind of digging deep. I feel like you might already be going through that 5-day period or 5-month period, but really digging deep to see what makes you. Like, what are you aside from your job, your house, and everything else? Like, it's very correlated for you. It's very getting in touch with the soul. I feel like it would be beneficial to you to get in touch with the medicine man, because he might have information for you, even if it's just before you go to sleep, asking your guides to get in contact with him. It'll greatly benefit you. Now, I have here the Mermaid Oracle, and I have something that I've been working on the side. I'm still learning, so just be patient with me. This is not regular tarot. This is more it's called tantric dankini, and it's more for kind of discovering yourself, which I feel like this is why my last clients were my last clients for that other round, because it's a very self-realizing tool. It's not anything like tarot, though it kind of has some similarities to it. So I'm just going to go with the Mermaid Oracle first, and then I'll go with the Tantric Dankini Oracle. Okay, let's see. Oops. What message do we have for blessing? Stay optimistic. What did I say? That I feel like you're going through a difficult time right now. What message do we have for blessing? Time to move on. I don't know what part of your life you're going through right now, but that one that fell says let yourself receive and self-forgiveness. So again, stay optimistic. Whatever situation you are currently in, you have the power to really gear your life towards where you want it. And it says self-forgiveness. Let go of old guilt and remember that you are God's perfect child. Now, if you believe in God, that's it. But it says it's more about forgiving yourself for what you've allowed in your life up to this point, and really just kind of staying optimistic. You know, I know times are dark, times are hard, but find meaning in what you're going through right now and really kind of self-actualize. I feel like that's very much where you are right now. So let me pull from the Tantric. Let's see. Ooh, Jesus. What message do we have for blessing? What message do we have for blessing? Way through. Living Goddess. Oh. And just passing through. Now the images are meant to evoke some sort of like recollection. So I'm just gonna show them to you one more time. Some sort of psychological like jump in your brain. I haven't memorized any of them, so just give me one good sec. Way through. Everything is within yourself and that you have the key. What did I say about self-actualization? When this thing happens, I feel like throwing all my tarot decks away and just talking. Because what did I say about self-actualization and that you have the key to make things happen for you? Now, number 8, Living Goddess. It's a spiritual card. It says compassion. It's fulfillment. It's accepting of your gifts and that you can heal on your own, that you have all these gifts within you. What did I say? It's just, I feel like you just have to honor this part of you, this spiritual part of you that's trying to come out. And it's kind of, it might be coming from suffering, but I feel like it's coming into the forefront right now. And then we have 31. It's transcend heavy emotions. Wow, man, you know, I don't need this book. It's transcending those heavy emotions that you're kind of you kind of stuff them down below. So it's saying they're just passing through. It's literally feel through your emotions, don't live in them. You have the key to self-actualization and that you can get through whatever time it is. It's honoring that person within you, even if it does come with some struggle and some strife. Know that you can be who you need to be, basically. I'm feeling like you do have some spiritual gifts that you need to get in contact with. And that's what I'm saying. You need to meditate on this medicine man. I feel like he has answers for you. And you just have to be willing to accept those answers. And go through this process and stay optimistic for it. So yes, blessings. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please reach out to me through Twitter or directly through email, preferably through email because those Twitter DMs are on fire. So thank you so much, and I hope to hear from you soon.